team is committed to providing full life cycle support for developing, testing, and delivering market-driven products. Orsi's models when a customer engages one of us, they engage all of us. Go to orsi.com, orasi.com for more information. Make sure please introduce our guest, sir.
Baller, businesswoman, walking bucket, all those good things. And of course, man, UNC Tar Heel. Jessica Breland to the microphone. What up, Jay?
Hey, how you doing?
What's
Thanks for having
happening?
me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
On God.
On God.
Okay, so Jessica, let's talk about it. We can't avoid. What's going on so far?
Yes, Lord have mercy, help me out.
Help us out. We look good sometimes, and the first half of this half we look great. What's going on? What y'all feeling? I mean, I noticed that the team is not like y'all trying to, but there's still some great talent on there. What you feel like going on so far this season?
Yeah, man. I mean, what you said, we feeling it. We feeling the absence of, Angel. She's our Olympian. She's our leader. She's that walking bucket you was talking about. On God. No, but we are, getting our chemistry together. Like if you watch this last one, when you watched this last one, I know you did. The start of our season, we kind of picked up kind of slow, and then we were on God then, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, we're getting there.
We know.
Like
I can feel it. I feel a turn, but I just, we get the question, man, what's going on? I'm like,
yeah, we get that question too. we look at each other in the locker room like, what's going on now? All right, now this is the last one now.
I try to get people to understand if they really followed the season last year. It was it didn't start quite like this, but it was you see a lot of the characteristics, and then all of a sudden that Seattle game, everything turned. Just talk about the fight that you guys continue to give night in and night out.
I mean, I love that word, fight, right? I mean, it's a process.
Right.
And that's what we're going through right now. So, I mean, everything is not going to be always good, but as long as you stick with it and we have each other back, that's what made us strong, Like, people was like, oh, Atlanta, and, and at the end of the season, we was knocking off heads,
Right,
because we stuck with the process. It was a fight, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there this year.
So far, how you feel you're playing right now? How do you feel overall, just physically, mentally, about your game, and just overall in general?
I always feel like I can do better. You know what I mean? That's anytime I do anything with anything. If that's my business, if that's just life in general, or me stepping out on the court, I feel like I could give something else. So, I'm not satisfied. We're not winning.
Right.
We won some games, but we're not where we want to be. And me being one of the leaders on the team, I have to step up and give something else.
Right.
Now, I kind of, when I get the questions, I always try to get people to understand. Once Jessica gets hers and then Tip gets hers, then we got to fit Brittany in as well. So, like, say the talent is there. It's the process that you continue to keep talking about.
Yeah, man. We have to put it together. You just said individuals, right? Me, Tip, Britt, but it's got to be Atlanta.
Right.
One day, Tip getting off, one day I can get off, or we have Easy, or we have Renee. The whole team, like everybody, we're pros right now. But we just have to make it mixed together where it's just the dream is getting off.
I love it.
Let's start. What made you select the Dream last year? I know Coach Nikki always talked about she had to have you. She was I see she was free. I wanted her on the team. Why Atlanta when you chose last year?
Why not Atlanta?
We're happy you're here.
I'm good, right?
God, B.
I always felt like Atlanta was a great place.
Yeah.
It is, it's the vibes, everything started here, with the music and the artists, like Atlanta have everything, and I also like the players on the team, Tip, Angel, and then she was telling me she was bringing in Renee, I mean, Elizabeth, she's from Duke or whatever, but I love it. I love her game. I always loved her game, and I felt like I could fit in well here. And Nikki came after me and she said, "Listen, Bree, I need you." And when you have a coach that says that to you, it's nothing you cannot do on the court when she's behind you like that.
I say a lot of times, so many people focus on your offense, they don't realize the defense that you play. You part of that block party, and when it's time to lock up people, you do that too.
Yeah, for sure. Block party, we love blocking, shots. Elizabeth. I mean, this year Elizabeth had like 4 blocks, and I came behind her, one block in that same possession. So yeah, we have fun. The fans love to see that. We feed off of that stuff. It gives us energy. So. anytime we can have a block party, on God, I'm there.
Oh my God! So let me ask. I've always wondered, what's your wingspan?
Oh man, I don't know, about like what, 6'7" or so.
Because
Yeah.
you're not gonna get the shot off. Yeah, people don't realize that. But I can see that with y'all. How do you feel about you and Elizabeth as a front court? Because we think it's one of the best, especially defensive wise in the WNBA. Playing with her, playing off of her. I know it's that whole AC. It's funny seeing a Duke, North Carolina playing together. But y'all have a great vibe together, playing together.
Yeah, for sure. And we don't really talk that much. You know, coach is like, oh, y'all need to talk, but we like you said, that vibe. We can feel each other, and when we feel each other, it's really nothing nobody could really do with that. You know, so we just, I don't know if it's the ACC connection or if it's just us, you know, our will of going out and playing great defense or what have you, but we have each other and we don't even really see each other.
Because one of the things that y'all do, y'all play big front courts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you and her, like when y'all play Vegas.
Yes. Oh, man, yeah.
We talk 6'8", 6'5", but y'all was in there battling against Kim Beach and that. But knowing that, like, that's why I would tell about your wingspan. People think, well, she's not really 6'3",
Oh, that's how I get a lot of blocks, right? Because they think they can get the shot off, like
Right.
you said, and they're like, oh, man, you're long. You
Yeah.
know, so, I mean, you're right. I mean, that's with the whole team. You know, we're pretty long. We're athletic.
Right.
We get after it. That's why we're able to get those blocks.
We come back, man. We're going to jump into a little bit more about Jessica Breland. From being from North Carolina, I just learned something during the break that her and Bazemore from the same town. They had a town had two NBA, WNBA ballers. Buckets in the building. Also, we got a lot of story to tell. So y'all sit back, relax. It's The Crush.
Honey, what you cook for dinner tonight?
You want the good news or the bad news first?
The bad news first.
I cooked nothing.
Well, that's the good news then.
Uh-huh. Well, there's no bad news then because tonight we're gonna have Jerk Palace.
Call Jerk Palace for authentic Caribbean cuisine, including vegetarian entrees with authentic Caribbean flavor. Call 770-892-5049. Located at 6221 Jonesboro Road, Highway 54 in Morrow, Georgia. Jerk Palace.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Already coaching? Everybody's a coach these days. I get it. Life coach, relationship coach, financial coach. But you want to be a coach with integrity. So get certified and do it the right way. Or add coaching to the work that you already do. Join a cohort or take classes at your own pace. We have knowledgeable instructors. We have a life-changing curriculum. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com to learn more.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop. Wait. Text and be late to work. Sorry, I'm late. Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working. Me? Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Credit, Jack. Yeah, black on.
As we swag and surf into this next segment, we're here with one of our favorite, Jessica Breland, is in the building with the Crush Sports Talk. The Atlanta Dreams of Jessica Breland. So let's go back, take you back a little bit. Carolina born, Carolina bred. But Bertie High School, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Bertie High School.
Yeah,
man.
All American. All that going on.
Yeah.
buckets.
When you was playing, was there any other place but North Carolina when you was thinking about college, or were there other people, other pursuers that were out there looking for you?
I mean, I had colleges after me, Duke and UConn and stuff, but it was something about Chapel Hill when I went to, visit them as well, and, the coaching staff. So that's where I wanted to go. I felt at home in Chapel Hill.
I'm always amazed the ballers that say no to UConn. Because you just always kind of think everybody wants to go to UConn. That's dope.
I mean, I was in school, I had LaToya, she played for Washington now, and who else? Rashada McCants and Orlando Larkin. So we had a lot of good post players, and everybody was like, well, why do you want to go there? They're already stacked with posts. But in my mind, I was just like, I'm going behind somebody that could teach me.
Right. Oh.
Yeah. So that's it. And I wanted to stay at home too, North Carolina.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What else? And we all know it's well documented. While you was in school, you had Hodgkin's lymphoma. Your junior year, if I'm not mistaken, you got redshirted that year. Mm-hmm. Talk to us about that and just dealing with that during your time, because a lot of people can't handle that at the time. But you were playing college basketball, you were doing great, and then this come down. Talk to us about that period in your life.
Yeah, man, it hit me, like I didn't really have too much experience with cancer at all, not in my family, not with, people that I knew. At that time, I was 21. I just turned 21, and I just finished my junior year, and, it was the summertime of that, and was, prepared for my senior year, and my, coaching staff was like, oh, the USA, team wants you to try out for the team and stuff.
Really?
And, yeah, I had all this stuff going on, and I was like, I don't feel good. Something about it. I was like, I don't feel good. My throat hurt. I don't have the energy. Like, I didn't know exactly what it was. I didn't think cancer, And my college coach, she encouraged me, Coach Williams, she encouraged me to, go see a doctor. And I did. I'm going to tell you how quick it went, right? So I went to see a doctor on Thursday, and I got all these tests done. He was running me around the hospital all day long, and at the end of the day, he was like, hey, and I knew him too. He came to games and stuff. He was our team doctor, and then he was like, he apologized. He was like, I didn't catch it sooner, but, he came in, actually, he pushed in a spot on me, and I was like, oh, what is that? And it's on your body, so you think you know every part of your body, and, I was like, nah. Anyway, so he pushed in, and I was just like, oh, man, it hurt. Like, what is that? And he was just like, I'm sorry, I think you may have Hodgkin's lymphoma, but we're not for sure yet. You have to get a biopsy done. So I came back in Friday, got a biopsy done. That Monday, I got my results back. They said, hey, yes, you have Hodgkin's lymphoma, stage 2. And then Tuesday, I came in, and I got a bone marrow done on both sides of my back. I got my port put in, and I met my oncologist. And Wednesday, I started my first day of chemotherapy. So, like, within a week, I went from, like, being a, college basketball player that's going to be going into, like...
So you get it right. You was working, thinking about going team, USA.
Yeah.
You said you weren't feeling well. Mm-hmm. They took you to the doctor.
Yep.
Diagnosed it.
Yep.
And almost a week later, you were getting your first chemo.
Yes. I went from being a basketball player to, Jessica Breland, a cancer patient within a week.
Wow.
What? Yeah.
What goes through? I mean, it's going so fast. Was it good that you didn't have a chance to take time to get it in, or what was your thought process?
Man, I guess so. I didn't have the time to swallow it. I mean, at that point, I didn't even really know how to pronounce Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Right.
I mean, it's not. What do I
take to get rid of it?
Right. And so, I mean, telling everyone, and that was close to me, my family and my teammates, and like it was a change. Like my team, they saw me around, and then 1 week I was gone, and then we were there. I can only imagine them at the time. I chuckle at it because I'm thinking back at myself, like I was kind of like still drugged up on, the drugs from
right.
Getting all this type of, the bone marrow done and my port put in, and now they, basically have me at this place, and they're telling my teammates, and everybody's looking at me, and I'm like half in and out of it. They're like, oh, she have cancer, and they're probably like, man, I was just, we were just chilling. Yeah, we were just balling the other day, so it was a lot. It was a lot, and I didn't have time to really digest it, and they blast me with the chemotherapy at my first treatment. So I can just recall, like, just laying in bed, and I'm like, I can't lay on my back. My back hurt from the two, spots that I got my bone marrow done on. Can't lay on my front because I had my port put in, and, that didn't really heal up yet. And I just was throwing up everywhere. It's just, like, at that point, man, it felt like, dying would have been better than living at that point.
Wow.
Yeah, and I dropped down. I mean, I'm not really a big girl anyway, but I weigh about 165, 170 or so, and at that time I dropped down to 140 pounds.
So you lost 20-something pounds.
Yeah.
You going through this, you throwing up, I just can't imagine, but what did it teach you about yourself, that whole period, and what was that time like for you? I know at the beginning you were just like, man, I don't know what to think, but what made you, because, I mean, a year later you was back on the squad doing your thing. I mean, hooping. What was it like?
They say, what you go through make you who you are, So, like, I definitely found out who I was. I was 21 years old. Who knows that at that age? At that point, I've been through more than most people been through in their lifespan. Right. So, what I found out about myself, that I was a fighter, that I could push through anything and everything. Like, I took the information, the words that I couldn't even pronounce, and just put it on my back and just kept on moving,
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you think just because you can't get off that couch, you got problems. But, man, you better get your mind right. Bro, we're going to change a little bit. We're going to talk about, because, starting off in the WNBA wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that, too. Stay with us.
If you're a single man under the age of 35, you'd probably like to know what the ladies are looking for on an online dating site. A guy who had a few drinks and later got pulled over for buzzed driving. See, that could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And doesn't a guy who's back living with his parents but calls them my roommates just scream Mr. Right?
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
To buy your home, you became a house-hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. Now you're queen of your castle. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll feel empowered to own your retirement like you own your home. Go to aceyourretirement.org. Because when it comes to clearing financial hurdles, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Honey, what you cook for dinner tonight?
Do you want the good news or the bad news first?
The bad news first.
I cooked nothing.
Well, that's the good news then.
Uh-huh. Well, there's no bad news then, because tonight we're gonna have Jerk Palace.
Call Jerk Palace for authentic Caribbean cuisine, including vegetarian entrees with authentic Caribbean flavor. Call 770-892-5049. Located at 6221 Jonesboro Road, Highway 54 in Morrow, Georgia.
Jerk Palace.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change, called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop. Wait. Text and be late to work.
Sorry, I'm late.
Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working. Me? Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Viola Davis. Did you know that 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger? Growing up, I was one of those kids. But we can solve this. When we make breakfast happen for kids in our neighborhood, we have the power to end childhood hunger. Create bigger, brighter school days and healthier minds and bodies. Go to hungeris.org and lend your time or your voice.
We're hungry for more.
A message from the Albertsons Companies Foundation and the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
One of the most dominant home court.
Crust. You can't touch me, you're not man enough.
And that's all she wrote. End zone touchdown.
You're tuning into the Crush Sports Talk right here on the Sensation Station Network. It's your boy E. Blaze, my man Mace. And we got 10 years survivor of cancer.
Baller.
Jessica Breland. 10 years.
Baller.
May 2009 was the year, huh?
Yes.
So we get through it. You come back out. You play your senior year at Carolina, and then you get drafted by the Lynx in 2011. But it wasn't the start you wanted with the WNBA. Tell everybody at the beginning how it was for you a little bit.
Yeah, so like you said, I got drafted to the Lynx, and immediately I was traded in that day, to New York, and I mean it was tough, it gets smaller and smaller, the numbers, right?
Right, yeah.
Amongst 144 players right now.
Right.
So it was tough. I was playing with grown women at this point, and I just went through chemotherapy year before or whatever, and then I played a season with Carolina. And right after that, what a lot of people don't know, you go through March Madness, and then you turn around and you play the WNBA season.
Right, to WNBA. Right.
Yeah, one of the hardest things that you can do as a rookie, And so I'm picking up everything with the WNBA, and at this point I'm like I'm just drained, And I got cut from there, so I went back home and I trained with my trainer that I still train with today, Jason, and he's been great to me. And I played overseas. I went to Israel, and I kept at it. The coaches that cut me, they wasn't saying that I wasn't talented enough. They just said that I needed to get in better shape and be.
But that's a lot to go through over a period of time.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking. Like you say, in season, then March Madness.
Yeah.
Because WNBA, it's like you finish the season, mate. Next thing I know, they draft.
Yeah. Like next week.
Right.
Like next week. Didn't I just hit a big shot? With the next pick.
With the next pick, you hit.
Yeah, it's
I always like to get people to understand when they come to a WNBA game, get there early enough to watch how these women warm up and prepare. You kind of hard on yourself a little bit, because if you're not knocking down that jump shot, y'all trying to move on to the next drill, you're going to stay shooting the jump shot.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Talk about just the perfection that you have with your craft.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a great thing, and sometimes I kick myself for for it too. Like, okay, go to the next one. And, in basketball period or sports period, you have to have a short-term memory, right? So
right.
To be a professional with that is just kind of it's hard. I'm working on that, but you're totally right. Like, I need to knock down the shot exactly right. I need to be able to come off a pick and roll, and my teammates know that I can hit this shot, and then I know that. So. You have to have short-term memories. You can't. Everything's not going to go in.
Right. But when did it click for you as far as the WNBA? Because it looks like you went through it, but then in 2014 you got with Chicago, and then Jessica Breland started becoming, then it became who we know now.
Right. So I was with New York, like I told you, and then they released me. Connecticut picked me up. They released me. Then Indianapolis, the Fever, I got with them, and that's when everything started going. They ended up having to release me because of one of their top players. I ended up getting on the team. Just great opportunity, right? When, people say luck, but luck is when, preparation meets opportunity, so that's where I was, and it was one of my teammates there. She was hurt, so they was able to bring me in, and I was able to just grow and really, shine like you said. And then, Chicago came, and it was like, okay, we want her, off-season talk, I was a free agent at that time, and they were going back and forth about, who. I mean, I ended up, okay, let's go with Chicago. Let's go play with, at that point, we had Deladon, we had Sylvia Fowles, we had a people Prince, we had Courtney Vince. So I was like, man, this is where I'm going. Yeah, for sure. And Pokey, she's a player's coach, so she went out there and let us play, and that's what I did. I went out there and I balled, and I made All-Star that year.
All-Star that year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep.
Now the athletics showed your business. One of my favorite things to do in my downtime. You float.
Oh yeah.
Talk about the business, because everybody's starting to get.
I need the flow.
You get the buzz now. You're really getting that buzz. And like I say, the picture with Zion, R.J. Barrett, and they Duke guy, man. We'll let that slide. But talk about how did you come up with this and the concept and just you being a businesswoman.
Yeah, so when I was in Chicago, it was a place there called CryoPure that I would go there to recover a lot. So I really started to, feed into it. Like, I love it. I love cryotherapy. I love recovering. I love taking care of my body because of, all the things that I've been through. So I felt like a place in North Carolina needed it, like where I'm from, like I felt like they didn't have, all of those things, like cryotherapy, flotation therapy, infrared sauna, Normatex and stuff like that. Like, I just was able to provide a place where it's welcoming for everybody, not just your athletes, but we also have, 70-year-old ladies that come in here to cryo or float, and we also have the guys that sometimes they be acting tough, like, I ain't going to no spa, but they go in there and they love it. They're like, man, I love my wife for giving me this gift.
Dope.
Yeah, so it's been a blessing.
So talk to us. I mean, tell us where Jessica Breland is right now. You're a business owner, you're a WNBA player, you play overseas, you play Survivor. Just tell everybody where you feel like you are right now in life.
I think I'm a great inspiration to young people, or not even young people, because I have a lot of, just people in general. Like, I just try to live my life in a way that everyone can, could see it and feel like inspired by it. Hey, I can do this. I can get through anything in life. Like, I've also will be a person that you would consider growing up a at-risk child. You know what I mean? Like how I grew up. Just in the area that I grew up in. I love Bertie County, but a lot of people don't get from out of there. So I just tried to.
How many stoplights?
Oh man, we don't have no stoplights in Kelford now. No stoplights. But yeah, I just try to live my life like that. Just try to allow people to just see the greatness God put in me.
Okay, now Jessica, we're not gonna put you out there to guarantee the win.
Sunday we'll be there.
But yeah, can we talk about what the good people at State Farm can expect from the Dream on Sunday?
Oh yeah, they need to come on out now.
Come on out.
Come on out.
I'm gonna have some tickets to give away.
We got ticket giveaways.
Come on out.
Come on out. I mean, if you have not been to a Dream game, you are missing out.
Big time.
Come on and we have a good time. We have fun. And sometimes we fall short of our goals, but we give a good game and we give a good fight. So come out and support us. Bring your kids, bring your family, and bring everybody.
It's hard, you be media, you're trying to get caught up, but it's the one team that I get all emotional about. I thought I had to walk away.
This is my squad. This my squad.
I know you're not a social media person.
No.
But what can they find out about your business?
I can never tweet about her.
Yeah, we can't. Hashtag Jessica Breland. We can't.
No Twitter.
But your business, anything they can find out more.
Yeah, for sure. So we're on Instagram, BR3 Studio. And, website as well as br3studio.com. And, my personal Instagram is J Breland, Jay Breland.
She be on it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
She don't do that twada. No twada.
Well, because yeah.
People be all in your business. What
I get it.
We be trying to, let me add.
Because somebody has said, oh, nah. I ain't going to say that. But they did say, they did. Yeah. But they tweeted it. So I guess it's right. Yeah. It's on Twitter. It must be right.
Right. Oh, true.
Malik, that's not always true.
We've been wanting this for 2 years.
CP3 lover.
We're glad that you came in.
CP3 lover.
Why you all on? Let me leak the idol.
All in the video. CP3 lover.
Oh, God, back there.
He not going to win.
We've been wanting to do this for 2 years with you because we know about you and we know what your game is. So we are so happy that you came in today. Any shout out to the teammates?
All of them.
We just want to say we're glad you're here. Thanks for coming to the ATL. We hope that you bring BR3 to the ATL.
Yeah. Start wearing Jordans.
Right. Well, thank you for having me, man.
You wear Jordan? What do you wear?
No, man, I love it. I do.
She won't wear the J's on game day.
What do you wear? What's the shoe? What's the shoe of choice?
Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe.
She's
a
Kobe. Yeah.
So let me tell you about my guy right here. He's the shoe guy. I mean,
we come in, they point at shoe, they want me to give everybody.
So I look at shoe, I just say, what's those? So every game he see all y'all, he's like, she got on these today.
Yeah.
She got on these today.
Yeah, I love Kobe.
Is it that they're just comfortable for you?
Yeah, I have really narrow feet, and I find them to be, quite comfortable for me. Jordans, I like Jordans. I like the style and stuff like that. And
but they more for style, though, right?
Yeah, I like them, but it's a bit wide from my foot,
How was it playing at Carolina, though?
Oh man, it's great, man. I mean, I loved playing at Carolina. I mean, it's And Carmichael, man, I played in the gym that Michael Jordan played in. Come on.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't say that.
Did you ever bump into Jordan? You saying?
Yeah, I have. And I was playing in Chicago too, so yeah.
Carolina love.
Yeah.
I think when we see him, he get I got a question when I see Mike. Why you gonna? I got a question for Mike. First of all, Mike, can I borrow a cigar? Question number 1. 2, can I drink with you?
That's a lot going on right there.
3, why you got them jeans on, Mike? You should always just
Can we
have
wrap him
on
up, Brian, man?
You always do wear Jordan sweatpants, sir.
I'm
just saying, man.
What's next for you? Besides just winning, hopefully. But, I mean, what you going on year 9 of your career?
Yeah.
Wow, almost double digits, huh?
Yeah, almost there.
That-
I mean, BR3 is it, right? I'm trying to bring it to Atlanta.
That's the next wave.
Yeah.
Let's bring it to the A.
Yeah, let's do some
do
publicity
it.
stuff here. Yeah.
So BR3, are you surprised at the success, or were you expecting to?
No, I would say, I knew North Carolina needed it. I mean, just like Atlanta, so be here shortly.
We'll be floating our way all the way through there.
I'm going to float, matter of fact, tomorrow.
Give them the website again.
Made it official.
BR3studio.com.
And you go on Facebook, BR3 Studio. Thank you so much, Jessica.
Thank you, guys.
If I take these photos, man. I can't believe you got your Jordan stuff on.
Tweens have mastered the art of tuning out. Jen, there's a spider in the car. We're turning your room into a home gym. See? Nothing. But some messages need to get through. Like making sure they're buckled up the whole ride, every time. Do whatever it takes to make your child listen. Jen, I friended your boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Buckle up, sweetie.
Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.